Good morning, students. Today we'll start the next article, that is the electric field due to the charged infinite plane sheet. This is also an application of the Gauss's law. In the last two lectures we have seen the two applications, that is the electric field intensity due to infinitely long straight charged wire, and that is due to the wire, and the first one was due to the sphere. Now we'll see the intensity due to the plane sheet, that is the electric field due to the plane sheet. Here you can see this is the charge sheet, and we have to find, this is the charge sheet, and we have to find the electric field intensity due to this charge sheet at some point. Let us consider that point be P, and at this point what is the intensity of electric field, and this point is at a distance of r from the sheet. At this point we have to find the electric field intensity, and here we have considered the Gaussian surface again. So let us start. Consider a uniformly charged infinite plane sheet. This is the uniformly charged, that is a positive charge is given, and it is a plane sheet. Again sigma, it is the surface charge density. It is what? Surface charge density. So that is the surface charge density, we can consider that it is Q upon E, that is charge per unit area of the sheet. In case of the shell, we have taken that it is Q upon 4 pi r square, that spherical shell. So here the surface charge density, it is acting on the plane sheet, so it is sigma. Then next, E is equal to electric field perpendicular to sheet. So this is the direction of the electric field E, and this is the sheet. So it is this direction of electric field, it is perpendicular to the sheet, plane of the sheet, and it is directed. What is the direction of the electric field? If you see in this direction, that is to the right hand side, then it is directed opposite, that is outwards it is. And if you see this point, that is P dash, it is considered, then it is also directed in the outward direction if you consider the other side of the sheet, right? Then this we have to find the intensity at some point from the sheet. We can take any point, that we can take this point here or here, whatever it may be. So let consider the point P. This point P, it is at the distance of r from the plane of the sheet, and this E, it is a electric field at the particular point P. Now consider the small surface, that is a ds surrounding the P. Here consider the Gaussian surface around the P, right? This is shown in the figure. Now A is equal to a cross-sectional area of the cylindrical surface. This cylindrical surface we are considering, and this is the cross-sectional area of this cylindrical surface. We are considering this surface. If you take this pencil, then this surface. So that is the cross-sectional area. Then 2r is the length of the cylindrical surface. This length of the this cylindrical surface, it is 2r, and here also. So it is the length, and its axis is perpendicular to the plane of the sheet. Again, this electric field, it is acting in this direction. We have considered it is as the perpendicular, and also the axis of this cylinder, the cylindrical surface, this is the axis, suppose, and it is acting to the perpendicular to the plane of the sheet. Let P and P dash are the two end caps or are equidistant, that is the distance r from the plane of the sheet. These two caps, that is the two ends of this cylindrical surface, we have taken these two ends, that is the P and P dash. This P is at the distance r, and again if we consider the other side of the sheet, then this P dash, it is also at the distance of r from the plane of the sheet. So this P dash, this distance is again r. So the total length of the cylindrical sheet, or we can say the cylindrical surface, this we have taken it as this r plus this r, that is the 2r. Now the total flux through the closed surface is, what we have to find, the flux through the closed surface. We know by the Gauss's law that is phi is equal to this integration of E into ds. We have to consider the flux at the point P. What we have to consider? The flux at the point P, that is this end cap and this end cap, that is the P and P dash. First we will consider the flux at this point, that is P, it is E into ds at point P, and the integration at this point, that is E into ds at the point, second point, that is the P dash. So here, as the theta is equal to 0, so cos theta is equal to 1, that is the angle made by, so what is this theta? This is nothing but this angle between this E, that is the electric field, and the normal to this surface. This angle, it is 0. That's why we have taken here theta is equal to 0 and cos of theta is equal to 1. So this equation, it becomes as phi is equal to, we have taken E, this electric field is same throughout this Gaussian surface. So this E we have taken outside the integration of ds into P, again E into ds into P dash. So this area, that is the cross sectional area, we have taken it as A. So this area we have taken it as A and this area has taken as A. So this will come out of integration as E into A plus E into A. So that is sum of these two, that is E, that is 2E into A. That is 2 into electric field into cross sectional area of the cylindrical surface. This is nothing but the phi. Now, as we have seen that sigma is equal to the surface charge density. Here, this surface charge density, that is I have written here Q upon A, that is the charge on the sheet upon area. So this Q upon A, this is surface charge density, that is we have charge as Q is equal to sigma into A, and by Gauss's law we have phi is equal to Q upon epsilon 0, that is equal to integration of E into ds. So we will take this relation, that is phi is equal to, put the value of Q here. What is the value of Q? Q is equal to sigma into A. So I will write here that sigma into A upon epsilon 0. So comparing equation 1 and 2, what is our equation number 1? This is the equation number 1, that is phi is equal to, that is flux is equal to E into 2A. And here by the Gauss's law we have the flux as phi is equal to sigma into A upon epsilon 0. Then equating equation 1 and 2, that LHS is equal, so we can write 2 into EA is equal to sigma into A upon epsilon 0, that is this E is equal to, A will get cancelled, that sigma upon 2 into epsilon 0. So this is nothing but the formula for the electric field due to the charge infinite plane sheet, right? So this is the formula. You can copy this. The next article is electric potential. This is the next article. First we will see that is the basic, that is what is the electric potential exactly. Then if suppose an object, it is on the surface, any surface you can take, and this is the object, suppose. If you want to lift this object to this height, this much height, suppose this is point P, and you want to lift this object to point P, that is some work is applied on this object against the gravity, right? That force is applied against gravity, that is gravitational force, that this force is acting against the gravity. And as we displace this object from this surface position to the point P, that is, if suppose this is the position O, if we are displacing from O point to P point, then some displacement is done, right? That is, object is shifted from one position to the second position. That is, the force is applied and the displacement is done. That is, we can say if we lift an object from one point to other point, then work is done. This is work done. It is against gravity, right? The force into displacement is nothing but the work done. So this work is done against the gravity, and due to this applied force, that object gets displaced, right? So this work done, right? If the same thing it is happen about the charge, if this charge is Q and the electric field, that is we'll say it is acting in this direction, we'll take negative here and positive here, that F is equal to Q into E, right? The force is acting in the direction of the electric field, and if you want to move the charge in the direction opposite to electric field, what is the direction of electric field? This is the direction of electric field. And if you want to move this charge in the opposite direction to this electric field, that is towards the positive, then the work is done again, right? This previous thing we have seen about the object, this we are considering about the charge. So this work is done. So this work is done. Then, so this work done is acting against this work done is against direction of electric potential, against the direction of electric field, that is nothing but the electric potential. It is acting in the, we can say it is acting against the electric field, so it is an electric potential. So electric potential, we can say it is nothing but the negative work done in bringing, it is the negative work done in bringing a unit positive charge, from infinity to given point in electric field. It's called potential of electric field at that point. That is, if suppose the charge is placed, suppose this is the point A, and if charge is placed at any point, that is, if suppose this is the position of charge, that we consider this position as the infinity. So from infinity to bring this charge in the electric field, that is nothing but electric potential. We'll see in detail in the next article, next lecture we'll see.